In the heart of the Congo, there are creatures so rare and mysterious that they defy all logic. From sightings of animals with behaviors never before documented to legendary beasts that have puzzled explorers for centuries, the Congo's wildlife is full of surprises. Could these creatures be real, or are they just myths passed down through generations? Join us as we explore the most bizarre and unexplained animal discoveries in the Congo that have left everyone stunned. Lowland gorillas. Lowland gorillas are fascinating creatures, known for their strong family bonds and intelligence. They are the smallest of all gorilla subspecies, but they are still quite large. Male gorillas, often called silverbacks because of the grey hair on their backs as they age, are the leaders of their groups. These groups, called troops, usually consist of one silverback, several females, and their young. The silverback is responsible for protecting the group and making decisions about where to find food and shelter. Gorillas have shown remarkable intelligence. They use tools, such as sticks to measure water depth or stones to crack nuts. Their communication is also complex. Besides vocalizations, they use gestures, facial expressions, and body language to convey messages. Scientists studying their behavior have even found that they share emotions and comfort one another. One of the most famous Western lowland gorillas was Coco, who became well known for her ability to communicate using American Sign Language. Coco was raised in captivity, and she learned over 1,000 signs to communicate with her caretakers. One particularly moving incident occurred when Coco was shown a picture of a kitten, and she expressed her desire for one. Her caretakers brought her a kitten, and Coco formed a close bond with it, even naming it All Ball. In 1996, a Western lowland gorilla named Jambo made headlines when he was involved in a dramatic incident at the Jersey Zoo in the UK. A young boy fell into the gorilla enclosure, and the gorillas surrounding the child were initially cautious. However, Jambo approached the boy and gently protected him. He led the child to safety by keeping him away from the other gorillas before zoo staff could intervene. Kasai Rex. The Kasai Rex is a creature deeply rooted in Congolese folklore, with its name tied to the Kasai River in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Stories of this mysterious predator have been passed down for generations, blending cultural tradition with the natural dangers of the jungle. Locals describe it as a large, relentless reptilian beast, feared for its strength and ferocity. Its legend often serves as a cautionary tale, warning people to stay vigilant and avoid venturing too far into the dense, wild jungle. According to traditional accounts, the Kasai Rex is not just an ordinary animal. It is said to have a thunderous roar that echoes through the trees, striking fear into anyone who hears it. Its behavior is described as aggressive and territorial, with a reputation for attacking without warning. Some stories even claim it has symbolic ties to nature, acting as a guardian of the jungle or a spirit of vengeance against those who disrespect the land. In 1932, Swedish hunter John Johnson ventured into the Kasai Valley in search of a massive elephant. While hunting with his servant, they encountered something unexpected: 2 elephants stalked by a strange creature. Johnson shot at it 3 times, but only one shot connected. Later, while crossing a swamp, the creature reappeared, this time attacking a rhinoceros. Johnson, without his shotgun but still holding a camera, managed to snap a photo of the creature before it disappeared into the water. Describing it as reddish with black stripes, a long snout and sharp teeth, Johnson's eerie encounter sparked intrigue. The photograph he took remains part of the mystery surrounding the Kasai Rex. Okapi. The okapi is a fascinating animal that was first discovered by scientists in 1901, though it had been known to local communities in the Congo for much longer. Often called the forest giraffe, the okapi has unique physical features that make it stand out. It has a sleek dark brown body with striking zebra-like stripes on its legs. These stripes are not just for show, they help the okapi blend into the dappled light of the forest, offering protection from predators. One of the okapi's most unique traits is its prehensile tongue. This long, flexible tongue is not only used for eating leaves and buds, but also for grooming. The okapi can even use its tongue to clean its ears, which is both practical and fascinating. Although it is related to the giraffe, the okapi is much shorter and more adapted to life in dense forests. The okapi remained a mystery to science until 1901, when British explorer Sir Harry Hamilton Johnston sent pieces of its hide to the British Museum. Interestingly, Sir Henry Morton Stanley had reported seeing the animal as early as 1890. Before its official discovery, the okapi was considered more of a legend than a real creature. Even today, it's rare to spot one in the wild, as they're incredibly good at staying hidden. This unique animal, with its zebra-like stripes and giraffe-like features, continues to surprise and intrigue people around the world. Billy ape. The billy ape, also called the Biliwele ape, is a fascinating animal that has captured the interest of both scientists and local communities. It first came to wider attention in the early 2000s when researchers heard stories from tribes in the Democratic Republic of Congo. These stories spoke of an unusual ape, larger than typical chimpanzees, living in the forests near the Uele River. Footprints left behind by these apes added to the intrigue, as they were much larger than those of any known chimpanzee species. In 1996, Swiss conservationist Karl Amann started investigating a mysterious ape species. He came across some unusual skulls at the Royal Museum for Central Africa in Belgium. These skulls, found near Bili in northern Congo, had features similar to both gorillas and chimpanzees, which didn't quite fit with known species. This discovery led Amann to travel to the area, where local hunters shared stories about giant apes that killed lions and were unaffected by poison darts. Some even claimed these creatures howled at the full moon, adding to the mystery of the billy ape. Physically, the billy ape is remarkable. It is larger than the common chimpanzee, with some individuals standing taller and appearing more robust. While it shares many features with chimpanzees, its size and certain behaviors have made it stand out. One of these behaviors is its nesting habit. Unlike most chimpanzees, which build nests in trees, the billy ape often builds its nests on the ground. This ground nesting behavior is unusual and has been linked to the ape's larger size and the need for sturdier resting spots. Jabafofi. In the dense forests of the Congo, there's a legend about a giant spider called the Jabafofi, which means giant spider in the local language. Stories from local people describe these spiders as being very large, with legs that can stretch up to 5 feet across. They are said to build homes by digging tunnels under tree roots and covering them with leaves. They also create webs between trees, setting up traps to catch animals that pass by. Some reports from the 1930s tell of travelers seeing these huge spiders crossing roads. In one account, an English couple driving through the Congo in 1938 saw a large creature they first thought was a cat or monkey, but soon realized it was a spider with legs nearly 3 feet long. Scientists haven't found solid evidence that such giant spiders exist. The largest known spider is the Goliath bird-eater, found in South America. This spider can have a leg span of up to 12 inches and weigh up to 6 ounces. It lives in burrows in rainforests and eats insects, small rodents, and occasionally small birds. The stories of the Jabafofi might come from misunderstandings or exaggerations of real encounters with large spiders. It's also possible that these tales are part of local folklore, serving as warnings about the dangers of the jungle. Without concrete evidence, the Jabafofi remains a mystery, blurring the lines between myth and reality. These legends continue to intrigue people, sparking curiosity and debate about what might be hidden in the world's unexplored places. Whether the Jabafofi is real or just a story, it captures the imagination and reminds us of the rich traditions and mysteries that exist in different cultures. Kongomato. The Kongomato is a fascinating legend from Africa, particularly in regions like Zambia, Angola, and the Congo. Its name translates to breaker of boats, reflecting its fearsome reputation. The Kongomato is often described as a flying reptile with leathery wings, similar to the ancient pterosaurs that lived millions of years ago. Local tales speak of a creature with reddish skin, a long beak filled with teeth, and a wingspan large enough to intimidate fishermen and people traveling by canoe. Stories of the Kongomato date back to the early 1900s, when explorers and locals reported encounters with the mysterious creature. Some accounts describe it attacking boats, leading to injuries or damage. These tales have captured the imagination of many, with some drawing comparisons to prehistoric flying reptiles. Could a living pterosaur have survived in remote African jungles? While the idea is thrilling, there's no solid evidence to support it. Scientists are skeptical about the Kongomato's existence. They suggest that sightings might be misidentifications of large birds or bats. For instance, the shoebill stork, a bird with an impressive wingspan and striking appearance, could be mistaken for something more ominous. Some species of fruit bats can grow quite large and might explain some of the sightings. In 1957, a man was admitted to a hospital near Fort Rosebery in a very bad state. He had deep wounds on his chest and scratches all over his body. When the doctors asked what had attacked him, he described a large bird-like creature with a long beak and huge wings. Curious about what this creature could be, the staff asked him to draw it. The man's drawing looked like a pterosaur. When a servant showed him a picture of a pterosaur from a book, the man reportedly screamed in terror, suggesting the creature he saw was very real to him. This incident added to the mystery of the Congomato. Giant African millipedes. The giant African millipede, also known as the bongololo, is one of the strangest and most fascinating creatures you might come across in the Congo. It's not your average bug. This giant millipede can grow up to 12 inches long, making it one of the largest millipedes in the world. What makes it even more unique is its appearance. Its body is made up of many segments, and each segment has 2 pairs of legs, which makes it look like it has hundreds of legs, though it doesn't actually have thousands as people often believe. The legs are quite small, but they allow this creature to move slowly and steadily. The bongololo's color is usually a deep brown or black, with a shiny, almost polished surface that looks like it's been buffed. Its hard exoskeleton provides protection from predators, and the creature can roll into a tight ball when threatened, much like a pill bug. This is one of the strange things about it. While other creatures might run away or fight, the giant African millipede hides in its shell to avoid danger. Another odd feature is that it is harmless to humans. Despite its many legs and somewhat intimidating size, it doesn't bite or sting. Instead, it releases a chemical from its body when threatened. This chemical can have a strong smell, which helps to ward off predators. Emela ntuka. The Emela ntuka is a mysterious creature that has been part of African folklore for many years. Descriptions of this animal vary, but it is often said to resemble a large horned dinosaur. Some people compare it to creatures like the Styracosaurus, an extinct horned dinosaur, due to its similar physical features. The Emela ntuka is usually described as having a body covered in thick skin, a long tail, and a large single horn or several horns on its head. This creature is said to be extremely aggressive, with some stories telling of it attacking large animals like elephants. According to local folklore, the Emela ntuka is not just a physical threat, but also has a deep connection to the spiritual beliefs of the Aka people, a group from Central Africa. To the Aka tribe, the creature holds a symbolic meaning, often representing strength and power, and may even be seen as a protector of the forest. Despite many accounts of sightings, the Emela ntuka remains a mystery. Over the years, there have been various efforts to locate the creature and understand what it really is. Some believe that it could be an undiscovered species of large animal or even a surviving prehistoric creature. In May 2008, a fisherman from northern Cameroon shared an intriguing story with jurist Michel Ballot. He had been working on the Bumba River near the Congo border when he saw something he couldn't identify. According to him, the creature was huge, possibly more than 10 meters long. While he couldn't make out its head, he noticed a white horn sticking out like an ivory tusk. He was certain it wasn't a hippopotamus or a rhinoceros, animals he was familiar with. This strange encounter left him convinced that he had seen something entirely unknown to him. Mokele Mbembe. The Mokele Mbembe is a legendary creature that has been part of Central African folklore for centuries. The first reports of this mysterious animal came from European explorers in the 1600s. They described a large sauropod-like creature, which is a type of dinosaur with a long neck and tail, living in the swampy rivers of the Congo basin. The creature's name, Mokele Mbembe, roughly translates to one who stops the flow of rivers, which hints at its impressive size and power. Over the years, many explorers, scientists, and researchers have tried to find the Mokele Mbembe, but no one has been able to confirm its existence. Despite this, there have been countless reports from local people who claim to have seen the creature. These stories often describe it as being as large as an elephant, with a long neck like a giraffe and a tail similar to that of a crocodile. Some say it moves through the water like a giant serpent, while others suggest it lives mostly on land. The Mokele Mbembe holds a special place in local folklore. In many African cultures, it is seen as a guardian of the swampy, river-filled regions, sometimes acting as a protector of the land. However, it is also described as a dangerous creature that can be a menace to those who venture too close to its home. This has only added to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the animal. Over the years, There have been many scientific investigations to find the Mokele Mbembe, but no physical evidence has been found to prove it exists. Some scientists believe that the creature might be a misidentified species, or even a relic from the time of dinosaurs that has somehow survived into modern times. Despite the lack of proof, the legend of Mokele Mbembe continues to captivate people's imaginations. Lesula. The lesula is a fascinating primate discovered in the rainforests of Central Africa. What makes this monkey stand out is its striking golden eyes, which give it a unique, almost human-like expression. These expressive eyes, along with its playful and curious nature, have made the lesula monkey a subject of much interest among scientists and wildlife enthusiasts alike. Its features, especially its ability to communicate with its peers using various sounds and gestures, have made it a valuable species in the study of primate behavior. Lesulas are notoriously elusive, even for experienced researchers. In fact, it took Kate Detweiler, an anthropology professor, 3 whole weeks of searching in their native habitat before she finally spotted one. It wasn't until the very last day of her 2012 trip that 2 lesulas suddenly crossed her path, and the sighting lasted less than 10 seconds. This brief encounter shows just how difficult it can be to track down these rare primates, making them all the more fascinating for scientists and animal lovers alike. Goliath beetles. Goliath beetles are some of the largest insects in the world, known for their impressive size and striking appearance. These beetles can grow up to 4.5 inches long and are usually a mix of white, black, and brown, with some species displaying bright, eye-catching patterns. The adult beetles are impressive to look at, but their life cycle is just as fascinating. They start as larvae, which live underground, feeding on decaying organic matter like leaves and wood. As they grow, they go through several stages, eventually emerging as adults ready to mate. The larvae's role in breaking down organic material is crucial for nutrient recycling in their ecosystem, while adult beetles help keep the balance in their environment. Beyond their biological role, Goliath beetles have cultural significance in various regions. In some parts of Africa, people have used their large, hard shells in art and jewelry, creating beautiful ornaments and carvings. These beetles are admired for their strength and beauty, and their shells are often turned into accessories or decorative pieces. This connection between the beetle and local cultures highlights the importance of these creatures to both the environment and human traditions. However, Goliath beetles face threats to their survival, especially from deforestation. As forests are cleared for farming or development, the habitat of these beetles is destroyed, making it harder for them to find food and suitable places to live. Conservation efforts are essential to protect the habitats of these impressive insects. By preserving their natural environment, we can ensure that Goliath beetles continue to thrive and contribute to the health of their ecosystem. Dingonek. The dingonek is a mythical creature from African folklore, often described as a massive, fearsome predator that roams the jungle. According to the stories, it is about 6 meters long, with sharp tusks and a venomous tail that makes it particularly dangerous. The creature has captured the imagination of many and is regarded as a terrifying beast, said to be capable of attacking both humans and animals. This legend has been passed down through generations, and while many see it as a myth, the stories have had a significant impact on local cultures. For many tribes, the dingonek has played a role in shaping their fears and beliefs. The creature is often associated with danger and evil, and some tribes believe that it is a force that can bring destruction if angered. The fear of the dingonek has been so strong that it has led to the migration of entire communities as people moved away from areas believed to be its territory. The stories of the creature are often used to warn younger generations about the dangers lurking in the jungle, reinforcing the importance of caution and respect for nature. Despite its mythical status, there have been scientific inquiries into the dingonek, with some researchers documenting encounters and investigating the possibility of a real creature that could have inspired the legends. However, no concrete evidence has been found to prove the existence of such an animal. The ongoing fascination with the dingonek and its role in folklore has made it an important part of the cultural history of the regions where the stories are told. Whether fact or myth, the dingonek continues to be a symbol of mystery and fear in the hearts of those who live in the jungle. Mahamba. The Mahamba is a mysterious creature from the folklore of Central Africa, particularly around the Congo River. Descriptions of the Mahamba often depict it as a giant, serpentine creature, resembling either a giant snake or a crocodile. It is said to inhabit the rivers and waterways of the region, making it a figure deeply tied to the water and the life that surrounds it. Local stories about the Mahamba have been passed down through generations, and it plays an important role in the beliefs of the communities living near these rivers. In many of these stories, the Mahamba is seen as either a guardian or a predator of the river. Some tales suggest that it protects the waterways, while others describe it as a dangerous creature that can harm those who venture too close to the water. Because of this, the Mahamba serves as a symbol of the power and unpredictability of nature, particularly in the river systems of the Congo. It acts as a reminder of the dangers that lie in the water and the importance of respecting the natural world. The Mahamba also has symbolic lessons tied to it. These stories often teach respect for the river and its creatures, urging people to be cautious and not take the waterways for granted. The creature's connection to the water highlights the vital role rivers play in sustaining life, while also showing the dangers that can arise when humans forget their place in the natural world. For the people living near these rivers, the Mahamba continues to serve as both a warning and a reminder to approach the water with care and reverence. And there you have it, some of the most fascinating and mysterious animal discoveries in the Congo that shocked scientists. If you enjoyed learning about these strange and surprising creatures, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing discoveries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.